What was the thing we were trying to decide the other day? Like, should we cut this hole or not? Like, it went down the line of like 6 of us. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm glad it took a grad student to decide that.
Which one?
To cut a hole in something or another. Remember that?
It's happened multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. Come on.
We also spent a semester planning how to plan a rover.
Yeah, we spent the entire semester planning how to plan it.
Yeah.
Hey, it was our first time.
It was.
Be correct.
Hey, Katie, you want to describe what's happening here
Oh, say it again.
for the camera?
Say it
Well,
again.
we've got a competition in about like
All right, did we
18 hours, and we're sitting in a parking lot in Denver, 8 hours away from our place.
Hanksville.
But yeah, we're making progress, and they all work.
You know that rover we wired all year? Yeah, we're starting over tonight. And I'm not exaggerating at all.
And this is just like...
I'm pretty sure they cut that themselves and did it themselves. Like those local ones. Is that one powered on?
Today is the first day of URC. Something we've been working towards for over a year. Well, Michael will say that because I haven't really been here, so I can't say that. But,
Possibly.
Yeah.
But that one's fine, so that doesn't make
This is a Rover.
sense. You only get 1 volt.
What?
Yeah, it's not getting voltage.
There's a wire labeled right here, IDK.
Oh yeah, that's that wire.
You guys know what that is?
No, they don't.
IDK stands for.
Wire labeled IDK.
Let's take a look at that. Yeah, we saw that. Remember, we saw that the other day. We were looking at that. And we're like, oh, we'll get back to that.
We'll figure that out eventually.
No.
This is the black hole of wires.
That would be appropriate.
What is this one? This is voltmeter.
That one's good. That one's glorious.
Fine. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And let there be wire. A lot of it, mainly.
That's actually a hell of a lot cleaner than it used to be, though.
Oh, there's a tiny Arduino in there. How cute.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
You
You're
can take it
a
off, you know
genius.
that, right?
So what are you working on right now, Charlie?
I am trying to put all this stuff back into the rotator box.
What kind of stuff is that?
Let's see. We have basically all the data that is going from the rover, actually going from the base station to the antenna is running through this box, while keeping the shorter 10-foot antenna pole being able to rotate with one of our spare motor and gearbox combinations that we have in here. But over the last time we used it and tried to use it, a lot of stuff just got like messed around and put in a weird spot, so I'm trying to just put everything back into somewhat of a proper order. So
That's cool.
yeah.
So Michael, what did you do earlier today? You disappeared for a while.
Jake, how good are you
I went
at
out and
soldering
checked us
like
in.
the most
We met
awkward
up with the other teams at
positions?
6 a.m. over at one of the other inns. We met the director, Kevin Sloan. He's a pretty cool guy.
This
Did you get his
wire.
autograph?
No, it sounded like just about every team was up late last night.
Ham and cheese.
Best I heard was 3 hours of sleep.
Okay.
So,
On the side.
A lot of similar boats. Then we went out drove down to the competition site. It's pretty cool out there. The Desert Research Station is set up about 20-30 minutes off the main road. Pretty secluded. It's a pretty alien-looking environment. The terrain traversing tasks is a lot closer together than I thought it would be. There's some pretty ambitious slopes and rocky areas to get through. It's pretty cool out there.
Josh, what can I say?
It's a little bit like Mars.
Anything. if I plug in the ground,
We'll be okay. The
won't
rover
fry.
has been through worse today.
It won't fry, but nothing might happen.
We haven't even told him about reverse biasing it.
Yeah, we've done much. What the hell? Are we even? What? I don't think we're even.
No, there's play in the servo.
No, I think it's there's like nothing.
Yeah, there's play. That's what that is.
Hold on,
there's
let's see.
0 resistance. And it's also hitting
Wait, let me see.
like it's legitimately broken.
Today is the first real day of competition.
Yes, sir.
And just how do you think it went?
It was overall I think a good day. We learned a lot. We didn't compete in our first task. That was a little disappointing, but we had some major design challenges that came up with the Ethernet cord problem, and then working through the night to get that on board. And then once we found the problem with the servo on the bottom of the arm, we had to take that apart, put that back together, and then it was just one kind of thing after another. But we know what we need to do tonight to get ready for tomorrow, and we're optimistic about tomorrow. We also had a presentation tonight, and that went very well. And so that's 2 down, 2 more tomorrow, and then 1 more on Saturday.
So we had some problems earlier today with the
So
power.
today, so after being up all night, rewiring the entire, okay, all this wiring, all got done one night, all of it redone one night. And I plug it in, the thing's looking pretty good. Though I mean, like, the motors weren't perfect. So we're like, okay, let's debug this. Let's get a little working a little better. So we open up Sam, started plugging things. I'm half asleep. We're all half asleep, so I had no idea what's going on. And yeah, we flipped the switch and shit's on fire, yo. You can see we shorted to that 24-volt bus. And after doing that, we found out we just totally fried all the diodes on the power board. Don't tell Lucas that, he's gonna kill me. That wasn't me. It's 2 more. Definitely 2 more. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, we've just been blown. Oh, we also blew up a capacitor and burned out some resistors. So, yeah, power things, explode, flames, blown out resistors and growling dogs. So, the usual, I guess.
It's a good night. Good night.
Good night, yeah. So, oh, and then we also, we rotated the arm and destroyed a servo motor, which we only had 1 of. So we repaired it. We quite literally repaired it with a ballpoint pen and some heat shrink tubing. And then we're hacking it together and re-flashing brand new firmware on it to make it think it's a different motor, and it might work. Yeah, so the usual.
Is there a common ground which is being run to the chassis?
No.
Sure.
Just measure it. You can test it.
We haven't done it yet.
Test it.
Just the chassis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I doubt it, but I mean...
We have not grounded it yet.
Yeah, we never got around to that.
So there's probably something touching that. Because like if there's a... Oh, because they drilled they drilled holes in there recently, and they could have stripped part of the wire and then it's touching the steel.
Oh! It's 3:28 a.m. On the second day of competition. In about 5 hours.
5 hours exactly.
5 hours exactly. We have our second event. Our first one was missed. Our second event, where we have to do the box drop event. Not a big deal. The biggest thing is our rover still doesn't roll straight. The point is that, we've been working on this. We, meaning mainly Josh and Kumar, have been working on this for about 4 hours. Just consecutively, Before that, there was other stuff. Or other times. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. In 5 hours, we may or may not compete.
Oh, we'll compete.
No, we will compete.
We will compete,
Okay.
provided they can figure out what's going on.
The first task is for sure, we can do it.
Yeah.
Box drop?
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
To drive.
We have to drive to the box drop,
Yeah,
though.
we can drive.
You want to talk me through what's going on here, Frank?
Basically, I'm just trying to take this motor off. The quicker I can do this, the better shape we're in.
What?
Every time you turn that on, it sounds like a toaster. I just want to say that.
Oh,
I wanted to make sure this is tight before we put it on because we're having an issue with the loose gearbox currently.
Yeah, it still shouldn't work.
Yeah.
It's also like 4 a.m., so my explaining abilities are pretty impaired.
On that back one.
Yeah, this should work.
Yeah.
All right. So what was the problem overall with the motors?
The electronics in it are fried somehow.
And one.
Seems like a certain senior member of the electronics team had slipped with high voltage DC and may have sent a lot of voltage,
volts down on one motor.
many volts down into the control board of one motor. And
Oh, Jake is up.
all right. Let's see if it works.
Outside.
Driving
Going
forward.
forward.
Okay. Alright, right side.
This is it.
Going backward.
The front tire is going backwards. Back one's going left forward.
Oh, that's because they changed the program on the back one.
Alright, hold on. Did it flip direction off?
Yes.
Yeah, change direction.
Alright, let me try the other one.
Yeah,
Frankie, if they change direction, can we? What do you think? What's gonna happen?
We're gonna drive.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we
And
gonna
this
drive?
box drop, we're gonna totally drop him in the correct spot because we have our GPS working now too.
All right. Kamar, is it gonna work?
Yes, it will.
All right. Michael, is it gonna work?
Jake, promise me you won't move your dick out.
All right.
Wet?
All right, Bo. Sorry, what was going on? What's going on
These
here?
are the boxes for the astronaut assistance task, and we're going to deploy them using our cover strap.
Haley, how are you feeling right now?
I'm good. I'm excited. I need to go. Good.
What about you, Katie?
Feeling confident. I'm glad that this ground isn't too soft. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we're gonna do it in like 5 minutes and straight up it.
Awesome.
What?
Charlie,
Yeah.
what are you thinking about this? How are you feeling?
I think we're getting pretty close. We got some tape measure. I don't know what they're doing right now, but I feel like if we get this thing ready to go, driving, then we actually have a pretty good chance of getting it out there. And even if we can't drive it, we're just gonna walk it out there and drop boxes. You know that works.
Take Akers for a walk.
Yep.
Kumar,
Yeah.
I need IP addresses on your way back.
157, 154, 155, 159.
Fine, switch with me, Kumar.
749.
Go.
4579.
Let's try down. Top spot. Right there.
Also, turn it around so you know.
Turn it around.
Here we go.
We're going to. Preferred method.
All right. We're back at 10. No. Wrong direction.
Oh, soft sand. No!
Okay, it's okay. There we go. Yeah.
You can do this. You can do it. No.
All right. How fast is this up?
Why the tape on the wheels?
Because we had traction problem. We had too much traction earlier, and one of the wheel motors is not spinning properly.
Gotcha. We're about to just go pick this up, guys.
Where were we?
We're about to. I think we're just gonna have to pick it up.
Move it where? The wind is there.
So majestic, so beautiful.
Sam with Frodo going to Mountain Dew.
What?
I'll pick you up.
I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. How many points do we lose by doing this?
I don't know, but we can't
We
go
still get
negative.
points.
I heard 10. Oh, a 1 10 penalty? Jake, you might have to help carry back. Look at that.
YOLO. That means okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you for translating.
All right, I want to get a good capture of this one falling so I can put it in slow motion and be like, yeah.
Hurry, because they're gonna drop it. Alright, let's go. You wanna switch me?
How do you feel? Just how do you feel we did there?
I feel like, I like carrying it out there. The rover wouldn't move, so we completed the task. I mean, get no points or nothing, we did it. I mean, I'm happy with it. I got a good workout, so, hey, we finished the task.
All right. Michael, going for our third task.
Yep.
Fourth task if you count the presentation. And third task if you count the fact that we didn't go to our first task. How do you feel?
Where do the controllers?
I don't know, I feel kind of excited. I feel like we made some real progress at the last minute there at the motor controllers, and we simplified the systems a bit. We've taken out some degrees of freedom in the arms. We're just bring the arm straight to the surface to collect the sample. And because of things that still had to be programmed, we've taken out the in situ ultraviolet experiment. But I feel like we can get this wrapped up, get out there, a little bit of time left on the course, grab a decent sample, take it back, do some base station experimentation, and, you know, still get several points. I think we'll have to defend the fact that we are doing the in situ experiment, which is a big part of this year's task. but I think we'll be able to get points in other areas too.
Cool. Josh, how do you feel?
This is crazy.
Kumar, any words?
Wow. Exciting.
Excitement. Ian?
You're a swag.
I don't know what that was, but that was probably English. We are we are driving to competition right now to our event. This is the sample return event. We do not have the rover completed. Josh is currently programming it in the back seat right now.
It runs pretty good now.
We seem to have fixed the motors, but we haven't tested.
Come on, touch me.
And I don't know, that's usually about it. Ian and I rewired the entire robotic arm over the past hour. 47 minutes. 47 minutes. We rewired the robotic arm.
Actually,
And so that's that. So we've been YOLOing pretty hard.
You don't have the right door. Yeah, it's you know.
be honest.
You have to give it.
All right.
Dude,
What are things looking like today?
at this point, I hate stepper motors. Actually, I think stepper motors will be fine in the future. We just need more experience with motors first. So, today, we're probably not gonna. We will get to the first gate somehow, some way. I'm gonna get
When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drum.
JB.
I don't know the words to this song. When tomorrow comes.
So what do you think about what are we doing here today?
Well, here's the terrain traversing task, and if you can take a look, it's actually really difficult. There's two of the gates you have to get through on a pretty significant slope. The other one's maybe a 45, maybe 50-degree slope once you get up to it. There's two of them that are on really rocky terrain, and one of them that's a little closer. Based on our motor controller issues, we're hoping to get it running and through the first gate. That's our goal for today. If we can go farther, we'll do it. If not, that's our goal. And then we're going to take what time we have left here to test out all of our systems.
So what's going on today?
Charlie just gave me a Band-Aid
Rough. Why?
because I was putting E-tape around the bottom and I punched the stake and it cut my thumb and I bled.
That kind of sucks a little bit. Task-wise, though, what
Task-wise,
are we doing here?
we are going to drive the Rover from right here. You can see where they're working. And we're going to drive it over to that first white gate. And there's 5 gates. If we get through that first one, we will be highly successful. And then we're going to play around with the Rover and test it a little bit. So we get data for next year because our motors are not going to get us up that hill today.
So it's not the Raspberry Pi that's the problem.
No, the Raspberry Pi is the problem. I don't know what he was thinking doesn't make any sense, but it's okay.
Josh, now we got your thoughts for today.
My thoughts for today, I'm just shooting for the first gate, and that's about it.
Thanks, Mom. You're not the first person that's going to shoot you.
Yeah.
It moved! Oh, oops, my bad.
We're just disqualified now.
Be the worst. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's done. We're moving now? I don't see a reason why we can't go through this whole thing.
Because we can't turn.
We have an hour. If it keeps going. Well, let's see how far we can go in the single direction. Yeah, that's the idea.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's
That's an aggressive
and like a, you can see that it's turning. That's a big deal. Yeah.
It's actually using the naked eye.
I don't know if you guys have sort of realized this. This is definitely the most impressive thing we've ever seen our Rover do.
The box drop was fantastic.
Oh, the box drop was fantastic. We had to carry it there, though.
It's actually even that slow.
It's kind of booking it now.
Yeah, he's cruising.
Yeah.
been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed.
Next year, we're gonna build it the same amount of time. We're gonna be done in like September.
Yeah.
This is a good experience so that we don't make the same mistakes next year.
Next year? What, you're gonna end up doing it next year,
He
aren't you?
goes, did you know the teams use the quad copter this year? No.
And next
I can
year,
figure something out.
Frank Marshall should have the team called, the experiment team with where it's like Raman spectroscopy.
We're gonna have a lot more data going into next year, so we can really design for what they're expecting.
So what we're gonna do for next year is probably do some sort of variation of cleat or tread on balloon tires. We need to get brushless, planetaries, balloon tires, cleat them, 4-wheel drive, possibly 6-wheel drive. No more wheels than we can power, because that results in inefficiency.
If we have something like that, and then we know we could track the best course, and then we could use a GPS, and we know basically where to go.
You can do it on my iPhone, yeah. You're gonna need some pretty crazy all-terrain tires and probably some good speed to get through here.
It's hard for me to not get emotional because of we all spend time on it and stuff, and to see it go down like this sucks. But at least we're still a team and we're all pretty happy with each other.
No,
something
it's not just a person or a group of people, but it's not someone's fault. It's like we're just learning.